Hello, Sarah. How are you?
Oh my goodness me, hello.
You're a little bit nervous, aren't you?
Just a tad because I feel I feel like I don't really deserve to be doing this, if I'm being honest.
Right, so I'm going to set the scene straight away, right here, right now. Like you've said a very powerful statement there, and you said it when we chatted last week, and you were like, "Why does anyone want to listen to what I've got to say?" This interview will justify it, mate. It will, and I hope to prove to you, and more importantly, like why you belong here, right? And why you should be here and why I'm interviewing you today. So let's have a look at tell us about you first of all. Tell us about Sarah, what you where do you work, why are you in the lounge, all of it. Tell us.
So I'm a mum of 3. I do have 2 other children.
You do?
although they're not entrepreneurial like my daughter. So I've obviously got Georgia, who will be 16 next week. Can't believe that.
Is it next
Oh,
week?
next week, yes. And then I've got 2 boys, Alex, who is 12, total teenager.
Mm-hmm.
You know what what it's like. And then I've got William as well, who's 9. So the boys are very traditional boys, run around, loads of energy, don't listen to anything you say. Whereas Georgia's, she's like a little mini me, very rules based and compliant. And so I'm really privileged to have 3 children, because it wasn't an easy journey. And never thought we'd be able to have children after I had an ectopic pregnancy a few months after we got married, and I nearly died. So it's not something I talk about, but it's been quite a difficult road, because I then had a couple of miscarriages before before Georgia came around, and then the boys, they were extra special blessings. So yes, I've got a hectic life, 3 children, and I work for HMRC, but I don't want anybody to, to start and go, "Oh my God, you're the tax man."
Oh, hang on. Before this, right? I went into me team, and I went, "What is Sarah Hutchinson doing?" Like, and everyone was like, "She's just gorgeous here, isn't she?" I was like, she definitely works, because I said I'm at work when I've messaged her. So
I do. I have a full-time job. It's a pretty full-on job. I'm an audit manager in HMRC, which which is so that's why I don't really talk about it, because nobody wants to be my friend.
Get it now? Get it? Wow, wait till this comes out, everyone's going to be like, whoa.
Yeah, but I am really a nice person deep down. No, I don't have anything to do with the tax side of things, but I have had a lot to do with sort of, just making sure that controls and things are in place for various different schemes, particularly in COVID. Worked very long hours when they were setting the COVID schemes up. And it was in an advisory capacity, so which I think kind of links to how I support people. So yes, that's my day job. But the aim is for that not to be my day job. At some point in time. I've given Georgia 3 years, and then I'm going to work for her.
I love this. I love it.
So it's going on the vision board. So that's first. The top of our list is actually putting our vision board down on paper. At the moment, it's in Georgia's head, it's in my head, and so that's one of the things I want. She wants to get her A levels out of the way, and then yes, I'm going to be working for her.
How does she? Because I see his work, are like together all of the time. It's amazing. I love it. Like how supportive you are. You're an absolute cheerleader. You're on, rightly so. How does the relationship work with the business? I'll tell you what, tell us about the business. What does Georgia actually do, first of all?
Well, she started off when she was 12, just kind of drawing cards for family. And it was never intended to be a business. It was her way to, express her creativity and, my mum is an absolute card addict. She's like, oh, Georgia, can you do me a card for this? And, oh, it's, you know, someone's cats had kittens, we need a card. You know, a card for every occasion. So she started doing that, and then it kind of grew. And one of my dad's customers, my dad's was a mechanic, he's retired now, but one of his customers, he gave some cards to, and it just so happened that this customer had a jewellery business, and he supported Georgia, placed an order, and then did this amazing shout out on Facebook. And it just all kind of started from there. And it was, you know, it was never set out to be a business, although Georgia's always loved business. At school, she would come in and she'd go, oh, you know, DWP have been in and they've been talking about project management, and I led the team. And you know, she's not one for like bigging herself up, but she'd say, everyone wanted me to be project manager and all of that kind of thing. And so business has always been something she's been interested in. Yeah. And then obviously we met you and the wonderful lounge, and I think that kind of happened by chance. I can't even remember. I was sitting yesterday thinking, how on earth did I realise the lounge was a thing? I was going
to ask you about, like, because it was a year. You've been in a year.
Is it only a year?
Yeah, we're actually 2-year-old next week, which is on the 21st, we're 2-year-old. So I wanted to know.
I don't know. I think somebody must have mentioned you somewhere, and I thought, oh, that sounds quite interesting. And then, so I thought, oh well, I'll just join, and because I don't know anything about running a business, Georgia didn't know anything about running a business, and I just wanted to try and support her. So yes, and I think I lurked for not very long, if I'm being honest, did I?
You know what it is though, Sarah? You were really upfront and honest from the beginning. I remember your request coming in, and it was like, I am George's mum, and I'm here to help. And we were all like, oh, how's this going to work? We didn't know, because we've never had anyone come in from that request before. And God, are we glad that you came in, you know?
Oh, honestly, I don't know. I think it was meant to be. It was just something, you know, I was drawn to that, and honestly, it's the best thing that's ever happened. It's just wonderful. And when I like, it's not just like I posted the other day, oh well, I've for Follow Friday, and for me, it's not about the sales, the business, you know, that's not the predominant thing. It's about the community, and it's about the support, and it's about knowing that people have got your back. People who you've never met before are willing to jump in and say, look, everyone has a bad day, and you know, everyone just supports everyone. And I've never been in that environment before, and for me, it's a lot more than just, you know, great making business connections, but it's more than that. And I think if people actually look at it in that way, they'll get so much more out of it than right, it's Follow Friday, I'll chuck my link on.
Yeah. And the people who do come in and get involved, or they 1 second. Yeah, I think you use the lounge in exactly the right way. You know, you've connected with so many different people, and I know where you've been today as well. So I know
word gets round, doesn't it?
You were like, I'm going there. You've just been. Well, tell us about where you've been today.
Oh gosh, well, I've been to Morpeth Fair, so and I suppose this is kind of pivotal for the lounge. I've been to help somebody who wasn't even in my life 13 months ago, who's now sort of genuinely one of my best friends. And that's the power of the lounge, and it's unbelievable. And my best friend is the wonderful Linz Brown. And you know, when she got the spotlight, I was so proud of how everything she did was just amazing. And and that's one of the key things. I think I truly appreciate the friendships that I've made in this group, I don't I don't have a huge circle of friends. I sometimes, I have loads of friends, but I don't feel the need to have lots of friends for the sake of having it. But the friends that I do have are the really important people who surround you, support you. And yeah, I mean, I've got a bestie that I now think, what did I do without you?
Oh God.
And it's not just like the business side. It's, I understand what she's going through with Ben, and the support. And, I've gone from not having her in my life to speaking to her every day, or messaging, or, yeah. So yes, I've been to the market and she's worked me like a tyrant. Absolutely. And to the point where I turned around and I said to her, "You slipped into this employer mode quite quickly, haven't you? Can you just do this? Can you just do that?" Stop.
You know what I love though, when when you've been to an event, because you go to lots of events, don't you? And you support, you've come to mine, you've been to like boot launches, all kinds. I love how you always messages after me go, "I was talking about the lounge. This person's coming in." And I just want to personally thank you, because you are a huge advocate of the lounge and you shout about it everywhere. And word of mouth is so powerful.
Totally.
And we may be having a referral scheme coming in. I know we do. Yes, we did joke about it. She was like, "Oh, I need commission for this. Like, I keep getting..." So watch this space.
Oh, fantastic. Fantastic.
Well, no, it's rightly so, because I think word of mouth is very powerful, rather than the whole spammy sales approach.
Oh, completely. And the thing is as well, though, you don't do that. You don't do that hard sell. And the experience you have in the lounge speaks for itself.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that what you offer outside of the next level is just unbelievable, and it's all free. And the time and everything that you put in. And a quick plug here, Next Level Lounge is the place to be.
I didn't hear.
No, I'm still waiting for the first check. But no, it is, because the resources that are there, and you look at other kind of offerings to support you with your business, and it's nowhere near what you get. And Next Level is one-stop shop for everything that you need to build your business up. And it's not just, it's not a case of going in and just plowing randomly through stuff. There's guides you can target, if you've got a focus, like you say, always focus on one thing at a time. And it's all there for you.
Yeah.
And for £20 a week, what did I say it was? Something like £70.
£20 a month.
£20 a month. Sorry. There we go, £20 a month. But you can't even buy a Mars bar. Some people go out and buy Costas every day.
True. That's
For
true.
the same, for like £3-4, and you think it's a no-brainer. £20 a month, and it changes your, it changes your outlook, changes your business.
It does.
Totally. So
going back to, I know, because I asked you earlier on about your relationship with Georgia and how it works in terms of the business side of things. So, like, I really want to know, because sometimes, right, as you know, my Ben, he's like, he just rolls his eyes at me, right? Thinks I'm absolutely crackers, which I am, but he's just like, I can't imagine working with him. So tell us about that relationship and how it works. We're gonna hopefully go and be on the vision board. So
yeah, I don't know. It just clicks. We're so similar, and like when Georgia's having a tough day, I'm the kind of strong one. But then when I'm having a down day, she's the strong one, and it just works. It just works. And yes, she's the creative one, because I can't even draw a stick man. Honestly, I can't. But we'll work together in terms of, she'll have an idea, and then I'll say, well, oh, what about this and what about that? And then out of it comes something. I don't know, we just seem to be very in tune with each other. And obviously, I'm not a pushy mum. I'm not doing it to like make her rich and famous. She's not interested in that at all. She's not interested in money. She wants to have a cottage in the woods, away from everyone, where she can just put her on in a garden and get creative.
I love that.
And
I love that.
you know, and that's fine. She doesn't want to be like the next millionaire, but I want to be able to empower her to believe in herself.
Yeah.
And that, you know, that's my goal. I want all of my children to feel they can do whatever they want in their lives, and I'll do whatever I can to support.
And you absolutely do that.
And I secretly quite like it.
So what, like, actual things do you do in the business? Like, I'm thinking about the social media side of it.
Oh, so are you not interested in my title as head of distribution and packaging?
Oh, is that what you are? Oh, with many hats.
No, but I mean, we do kind of, Instagram's not, you know, I'm like a Facebook, it's my generation, Facebook. So that's how we started out on Facebook. And then obviously having that fabulous one-to-one with you, plug, they're really good as well.
I'm not promoting them at the minute. I haven't got time.
All right, you can edit that bit out. But yeah, just in understanding the power of Instagram, and we've kind of tried to work together to just keep things ticking over, especially at the moment because Georgia's doing her exams, and you know, she hasn't got time to like post 3 and 4 times a day.
Yeah.
But you know, I'll say it, well, what about posting this or that? And I think particularly around stories, just people are engaging more with her because they are getting insight into her life. It's not just about Georgia the illustrator or Georgia the card maker. It's about Georgia the, you know, the person who's going through a tough time at the minute, exams, you know, all of that kind of thing. So we try and just juggle it. But obviously I try and do the training in the lounge so then we can apply it, because she hasn't got the time to, you know, at the moment, but that's on her to-do list as well, to work through the lounge when next level lounge when she's got time available.
So she's obviously studying and she's doing her exams at the minute. Halfway through, is she?
Yeah, she's got two weeks left. Yeah, over halfway through, 2 weeks left. So
what's a typical day like for her at the minute then?
Oh, well, she's up at 6:30, straight at the desk, and doesn't even go in the shower. She's got a little routine, does a couple of hours of work, then it's shower, breakfast, and then it's back to the book. She's pretty obsessed with the revision at the moment because she just feels the stress and pressure. And so first thing in the morning when she gets up, she'll do a little bottle and juice. So I go and fill a hot water bottle and I get a juice for the first session. So that's my role, and trying to keep her, you know, not motivated. I don't need to keep her motivated. She is, but I need to kind of make sure the mood keeps going in the right direction, because it's like a roller coaster. It's up and down, up and down.
I think as well, the type of person that Georgia is, she'll beat herself up, won't she?
Oh, totally. Well, she came out of the physics exam. I don't know if you saw it on the in the media, but they'd actually excluded a couple of elements from the syllabus, and they told the children, don't revise it, you know, it's not on the syllabus. And it was on the test, it was on the exam. So it was a 9-mark question. They've since held their hands up and accepted responsibility. But you know, when you're a teenager sitting in that room, stressed about the exam in the first place, turn the paper and get a question that you know, and because you went through the whole syllabus 3 times, making sure I should cover the right things. Awful. But anyway, the examining board are going to award everybody the full marks for that. But you know, it's those kind of things. I don't remember being on that much stress. I remember being stressful when I was doing my exams, but not to that extent. And the pressure, I mean, you'll find out with Jake when they come back with predicted grades.
I'm not
it does, but it doesn't do them any good in a way, because you know, if you get good predicted grades, that's the expectation you're living up to. So it's like a mind game. But yeah, so an average day is basically sitting at a desk most of the day doing her work. She's still doing her orders in between to give her a break, but that the business has kind of gone on the back burner for now, which it needs to. That's our focus. Yeah.
Absolutely does. And this is what we talk about in our sessions, don't you? So I saw something special, certainly in Georgia, when we first came into the lounge, and I was like, right, I know how powerful having a mentor is, so I've got one, and having that conversation just to get things out of your head and talk about your next steps is so powerful. So I offered that to Georgia. What do you think she gets out of those sessions?
Oh, well, I mean, it's amazing the fact that, you know, we appreciate how crazy busy you are, and, you know, for you to have some time in your diary on a regular basis to speak to her is just amazing. And sometimes, you know, I think she gets sick of my voice, Kylie. She gets sick of hearing the same things. And it's good for
I
her.
also say the same things as you, so to hear it from someone else, I think is like...
Totally. It is. And it's just hearing that from somebody else. And, you know, she doesn't have a lot of self-confidence, and, you know, she's only started putting her face out there and, you know, letting people in, and because she always had this thing, I don't want my face to be seen or anything like that. And so it's just given her that other angle of support. And it's not just you, do you know what I mean? But, you know, we're surrounded by people who, and I keep saying to her, you know, because she doesn't have a large group of friends either, and she's had a tough time health-wise lately, but what she has is amazing support from women who are so powerful and supportive. And, you know, she had a little wobble a couple of weeks ago about, you know, not necessarily having close friends and everything, but then we sat down and said, but look at the support you've got, and that, you know, then they are the people. You surround yourself with the people who lift you up. And she's not your typical 15-year-old.
Yeah, she's not.
And, you know, nobody, well, probably a handful of people in her school know what she is capable of, because she doesn't talk about it. She doesn't put it out there. You know, her art teacher didn't even realize she'd had a business until we were in lockdown and doing virtual meetings, you know, virtual parents' evenings. And we had a virtual one with her, which Georgia wasn't even involved with. And here's me going, do you know Georgia's got a business? You know, I'm very quiet and shy about promoting them. But yeah, and she was like, my goodness. And sort of the pennies dropped that you don't have to be, your friends don't have to be 15 years old. They don't have to be your peers. You know, there's a difference, and the friendships that we've, you know, been able to develop in the lounge has just been amazing. So that, and your support, it's just helping her believe, because she doesn't, you know, she finds it difficult to believe in herself.
She will realise one day how brilliant she is. She will. She'll realise it. And I think doing things like the book launch, which we're going to talk about, must have shown her like pinch yourself situation.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Tell us about this book.
Oh, well, I mean, it was weird, because I don't know if you feel the same, but you know, when you do your illustrations and you draw, it's a drawing, isn't it? It's an isolated drawing, and then when you see it come to life, and you know, the book that Holly has written, and has just got such a powerful story behind it and a powerful message. And then, you know, the fact that Holly trusted Georgia, you know, somebody who had never even, well, she had dreamt about illustrating a book, but you know, that was like in 10-20 years time. To be able to do that was amazing. And she did it on the iPad. Now, she's only been illustrating on the iPad for, you know, at the time I think it was about 6 months. So to her it was like, oh well, I've just done a drawing on Procreate, and that's it. But then,
I'm just going to explain to the people who are not in the lounge, right? Because there'll be listeners who aren't in the lounge who don't know. So Holly Taylor wrote a book and needed an illustrator, came to Georgia.
Yes.
Georgia to illustrate a picture book. So at 15 years old, Georgia has a name on a published picture book. Yeah.
Yeah, which is totally unbelievable. And when Holly came around and gave Georgia a look at the proof, I mean, we were all in tears. Do you know what I mean? It was like, oh my goodness, my name. She's got my name's on a book, and I kept saying, oh, you need to take this in, because this is it's a special moment. And the book launch was just absolutely crazy. You know, I mean, she had people who've been supporting her for a while just coming just to say, well done. You're amazing. The support was fantastic. You know, and don't get us wrong, it hasn't been, you know, it wasn't easy, because it was a new journey for her. And I know you gave a lot of help and guidance, but it was a new journey for Holly as well. So between them, and then Georgia had a lot of imposter syndrome. Why is Holly asking me? I'm 15. Do you know what I mean? I haven't done it before. I haven't got the skills. And she did have a wobble, and it was like, she thought, I can't do it. And I just said, you can. And no one, Hollywood believed in her as well. And it was just amazing. You know, the book launched, you know, you came, and Katie did the amazing sleepover. Katie from Dark Sky Sleepovers. And she's the best things in sliced bread now, because the boys had a sleepover the other week. And William's got no poker face whatsoever, and he wouldn't leave her alone. He was wanting to be in the room all of the time, and every time she brought something out, he was going, oh, she's got this. And I'm not kidding, that boy slept till 9:45 in the morning, which is unbelievable. I asked Katie to come and live with us, but she politely declined.
No, but this is it. I've wrote a list of people. I've probably not mentioned everyone, because I came to the book launch, and a huge milestone for Georgia and for Holly, and so many lasses came and played.
Oh, it was amazing.
It was Lynn's, who you've mentioned, from Oliver Bake.
Well, she did the cakes, yeah.
Did Carol do your printing, I'm guessing?
Oh yeah, so Carol did the printing. You know, Lynn's did the fabulous cakes. Katie came along with a sleepover. Paula came.
Yes.
You know, you came. Laura would have been there if Seth hadn't been poorly.
Of course. Lisa.
Oh, of course, yes. Lisa and those boys were just fabulous with my selfie frame. It was great. I'm trying to think. I mean, there was just so many, and it was fabulous, and it was lovely just to have the lasses together, because it is, you know, a lot goes on behind the scenes, and I think people don't realize. So it was just an amazing day, and you know, the sales of the book so far have been fabulous. And I mean, even when Georgia's signing them, she's going, why does anyone want my signature?
Oh, God, Lord.
And I was like, oh, you know, you've just got to, you know, you've got to take it all on board. But it was amazing, and we're hoping to get to Laura's book signing as well. Yes. Because that'll be the day after Georgia finishes her exams. So hopefully, and then of course we've got our tickets booked for the same spectacular.
Yes. Same sesh.
I'm debating what colour t-shirt I need to order for the event. So yeah, it was lovely, and it'll be lovely to see everyone together in the room, or those who can come.
You get talking, and you've never heard that before, so you know.
Yeah, no, because you're so shy and retiring, and we'll never see your face on Instagram every day.
I used to be. People can't believe that I used to be shy. I swear I was shy. I wouldn't even speak on the phone. Don't
believe you.
Honestly.
I'll tell you what I thought the funniest thing was about the book launch, when you rocked up and they were all saying, it's Willy Wonka.
Yes, listeners, I have a very eclectic way of dressing, shall we say. It's a bit eccentric and flamboyant. I was walking up the street.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Somebody shouted over, yeah, are you Willy Wonka like? I was like, oh God.
Oh, it was fabulous, yeah. But it just shows, like, you know, people who support people are priceless.
Yeah.
And it's not about, for me supporting people in the lounge isn't about what I get out. I genuinely love to see people thrive and you know, have little light bulb moments of starting to believe in themselves, and and it's just wonderful. I just get a real buzz out of helping people.
You're a ledge, man. Love you.
Ledge.
I also remember seeing Georgia in total awe when we went to
Sarah Davies.
I didn't realise though how much she loves business. I didn't know that part. I didn't realise that she's always been interested in it. So now I get it. Like,
yeah.
I'm like, and it's the fact she does these beautiful cards. Plug, there you go.
Book 2. I can't believe she's got a shelf.
Collection up here of Georgia's hand. So Georgia hand illustrates her cards, everyone. And I've got one for when the book 2 was launched. I've got one for thank you. I've got one for when I was in Waterstones. Get that in there.
Really, were you in Waterstones? You kept that quiet.
But so the cards as well, the fact that Sarah Davies, how she started her business and everything. How special was that night for you?
Oh, absolutely life-changing. It really, really was. And I mean, the fact that we were able to share that experience with like you and Lynn's and Lisa, you know, and Sharon, it was just lovely. And we've always kind of, Sarah Davies, with her being local, and you know, Georgia's addicted to Dragon's Den. We've watched it so many times, and seeing her in the flesh, I couldn't believe that was the opportunity that was there for, you know, to listen to her speak and then to get the book. She was just completely overwhelmed. I mean, you know, we sat at the back and she was ready to jump and you know, to meet her and all of this kind of thing. And then obviously the crowds, and she just stepped back and ended up right at the back of the queue. But yeah, and I mean, Sarah was fantastic. And then we had the privilege of speaking to her husband for about 20 minutes, Simon, at the end, yeah. And so from my point of view, I wanted to know how that relationship worked, you know, for him and Sarah. And I knew he was so supportive of her, and there's a bit in the book about, and she said it as well on the night, about not believing in herself until years later. And I think it makes a difference when you do start and believe in yourself earlier. But obviously, as a 15-year-old, you know, you don't have that self-belief. You can look back as an adult and you know.
But what an opportunity, though. What an opportunity.
It was amazing. Absolutely. We're still waiting for a reply for her.
Yeah, she might be getting some...
She might be getting a little box of goodies along with a few books. And
you know what I took away, and this is something I am going to be talking about at the meetup, was how, like, staying true to your roots, because I've struggled with that loads. Like, if you'd seen how I was a few years ago, before I started the lounge, before I had my own business, like on social media, I was very aware of my accent and stuff. Do you know what I mean? So now, after I heard her talking, she spoke, she was like, you've got to just believe who you are, really, you know?
Yeah, and it's no point being fake, because, you know, saying things and doing things that you don't believe in and that you don't feel, you know, you'll get called out in the end, and you just have to keep it real, because you are who you are, and that makes you special. And you know, we're not, you know, I'm not from a privileged background or anything like that. You know, my mum and dad were, you know, low wage earners and worked hard for everything, and you know, I'm proud of that. I'm proud of the fact that they gave me a fantastic upbringing, and you know, you shouldn't need to hide where you're from or who you are, what your accent is. It's all about you, isn't it? That's what makes you you.
It's not until that happens and you realise that magical things start to happen.
Yeah, totally.
Cheers, Sarah. There's a big plus for you.
Oh yes, and the fact that you know, our mum and dad were there, and you know, it was just amazing. And reading the book, there's a line in it about her wanting to mentor other people, and you know, young like young business women and everything, and that really resonated. And she's just fab. She's just so down to earth, and you know, on her Instagram, she's posts stories of her sweating buckets after she's had a run, and you know, the eye patches on and things, and it's great to see somebody so honest and open.
With all the I agree, I do. Right then, Hutchie, we're going to get...
Oh, not a question, is it?
Yes, it is. Oh, they're that bad, me too.
No, it's just the unknown.
It is, isn't it? Well, you didn't know what I was going to ask you. I could have asked anything. Right, so this is Why I Lass, and I'm still waiting for a jingle if somebody wants to write it.
Oh, now there's a challenge, right? We've not got any musicians in the lounge.
Well, actually, I've interviewed Holly today, and I didn't realise she plays an awful lot of instruments.
Oh, right. Well, Georgia plays piano and violin as well.
Well,
maybe they should do a duet.
There you go. You need to do it. That's it. I expect it now. So everyone, this is Why I Lass, the segment of the show where I've asked my team to ask my guests a question. Are you ready?
Yes, come on.
It's Ruthos.
Oh.
Our Ruth, the eco queen. Sarah, if you could listen to one song for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh. Well, I'm a Brossette at heart.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yes, I've camped out for tickets at Whitley Bay Ice Rink. This was way before the proper arena. But I think probably D. Reams, Things Can Only Get Better.
Oh, yes. Things can
only get better. Yeah, I think that's the kind of attitude you need to have, because even when you are having the worst time, you know, the only way is, the only way is up. That's the other one Georgia and I often dance to.
What's next for Georgia then? Yes, obviously her exams. What do you think she's going to focus on?
I think she is going to look into her next positivity calendar, start and design that. But she's also had the amazing offer to go and spend a day with an illustrator who has a business. She's not. I think she might be in the lounge, Lauren Young Illustrations. So she's 24, and you know, Georgia follows her, and she's a wonderful artist. Has a range of designs which are on cards or on material, like she does tea towels and things like that. So yeah, she's offered Georgia the opportunity to go and spend a day in a studio, which is crazy. And then the jeweler who supported Georgia mentioned a while ago about doing, you know, some time in the jewelry in the actual making area, so she can see, you know, because obviously they design their own jewelry and things like that. And just she's going to experiment over the summer and just take some time out to kind of refocus on her business, see where she wants to go. She's had a couple of inquiries about illustrating other books, and so I think she just wants to get a bit creative again and get some inspiration, really. And then we're going to have a Harry Potter all-nighter, so we're watching Harry Potter back to back, every single movie. So that's one of them. And then that's the pajama day, Harry Potter day. I've got a list of all these things she wants to do, because it's kind of like putting your life on hold when you go through your exams and things, and just getting out more and getting a bit of inspiration with flowers and, you know, the countryside and all of that kind of thing, because she really likes that, and we're just going to get out and get away from things. Although she did say, I don't want to stop studying completely, can we buy the A-level books so I can read a bit over the summer?
Talk about prepared, bless her.
Yeah.
Sarah Hutchinson, you're an incredible mum. You are strong, supportive, and you're just an amazing person to have in our community. So thank you so much. And I hope in the future I'll have Georgia on here. And not I hope, I will in the future have Georgia on here.
Yeah, definitely. That's on the vision board as well. She just needs to build up to that. But thank you for inviting me. Yeah, what can I say? I didn't realise I'd had an impact on people in the way I had. And I didn't, and when I genuinely comment, I'm not commenting for any other reason than to support others. Although Lynn's brown, and that badge of hers, I'm on a mission.
Your gobshite badge.
Yes, she stole it from me. She ripped it from under my nose.
Well, you've got someone to follow their mind, because she was pretty awesome, wasn't she?
Oh, totally. I was and I'm really quite cross at that, to be honest, because she made me cry all day.
Oh God.
From that first, you know what I mean? From that first live that she did. Oh, I was just totally emotional all day. I was a wreck. I kept messaging and saying, "What have you done to me?"
I messaged her and I went, Lynn's, you don't realise how powerful that'll have been for people. Like,
totally. I was so proud, and it was so nice to see all the support for her on the day. And you know, the fact that she's an absolutely amazing baker is you know, that's a tick in my box for a bestie.
It is. And one last thing before we go, because I think we've talked a lot about Georgia, a lot about other people. What are you looking forward to the most this year? One thing you're looking forward to.
One thing.
For yourself.
For myself. Oh no, that's a toughie.
You're going on holiday.
Oh yeah, we're having a massive Christmas get together for the whole family. So my husband's from a big family, and he's got a sister in Australia, a sister in Germany, a brother in London, and we've got I was going to say a cottage. It's not a cottage because there's like 25 of us going, so it can't be a cottage kind of really. But we've got a big house, and we're actually going to spend Christmas together for the first time ever. All of us, Christmas Day, we're there for a week. So that's going to be that's going to be really, really, really nice. And my mum and dad are coming, so there's about 25 of us.
Fantastic.
So it's going to be pretty special. So yeah, looking forward to that. But obviously as well, looking forward to just spending some time with the family over the summer holidays. And yeah, because I think I appreciate, having gone through COVID, family time is really important, and you've got to have that, you know, you've got to have that balance, haven't you? Definitely. Although I say that now, I'll be pulling my hair out after, you know, like 6 weeks holidays with the boys. What's the plans? What's the plans? What we're doing?
Listen, it's been great chatting.
I know.
Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the first.
Yeah. Bye.